Why is it so hard to change your diet? You get confronted with addiction. I think that we are spoiled, and it's a tough one to be real about that and confront that sense of entitlement. You know, they say that cheese is more addictive than heroin. Food. You know, if you don't have your health, not a whole lot else matters. So it's important to know what is ideal so that in a pinch, you're not like scrambling for answers, scouring the internet. Because I tell you, you look it up on there, you will find it. There are people who will tote every diet and say that every other diet is debunked. It's a mess. It's important to meet your body's requirements, of course, but there's also something about satiation. There is something about enjoying food. So I think one of the issues with changing your diet is fear of there like not being enough tastes and textures to accompany your palate. You know, you change your diet because you understand that you would be better off focusing on, or at the very least limiting, certain things. And so you just have to ask yourself, at what point is it some things aren't worth it anymore? It's too much of a compromise. That's a personal question that everybody has to answer for themselves. The farther I push my diet, the more I am able to handle what I was eating before in a better way. You know, what they say is that once you overcome the addiction to food, you overcome the addiction to everything. It took pushing diet to this extreme level that made so much sense, and then to like step back and say, whoa, hold on a second, something about that. The first thing that becomes addicting outside of attention, food, because it's always there for you when nobody else is there. It's there and it's consistent. There's something beautiful about that. It's like, come on. I think the important thing with diet is just to try the new diet. The old diet will always be there. You can always go back to it. But if you don't push the envelope, then how would you know what could be like a healthy balance? So it's just about trial and error, see what works for you and not taking it too serious. But of course it is serious because it's your health. It is the single greatest investment that you have. If you're getting sick, I mean, like, that's a problem, big time. You need to have a healthy relationship with food. Some people are obsessed with food. There is a correlation between state of being and things that you put in your mouth. I wrote a poem, within a lifetime of incidents which transcend our esophagus, from a momentary infancy till the time of our sarcophagus, do we participate habitual, deep in a culinary ritual, on plates equating to a sigil, through which we seal our fate. It's super important, the stuff that you eat. Self-imposed discipline is the surest way to increase the quality of your experience. Period. All right, so just to wrap things up, at the end of the day, take the steps that you need to, you figure it out, and you get to reap the results. And when you go looking for advice, you know, there's a lot of teachers out there saying different things, different philosophies, but always keep in mind that there's always more to learn. There are factors that you're not aware of. There's an old phrase, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And it means that some things make a lot of sense in theory, but in practice it's different. And it's important to be humble in that respect and not think that you have it all figured out, because there are other factors. And when you go looking for answers, I would say look for a teacher who is an example of good health. Somebody who, looks young for their age. They should certainly be referencing science and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know. This has been a tough video for me. I tell you, 95% of the footage has ended up on the editing room floor, and just trying to wrap this thing up. These videos that I'm making right now are just me getting comfortable in front of the camera, learning a few things, making some mistakes. So I'm happy to have you with me here on this journey as I get a little bit better before I start making some real content. So take care and eat healthy. Listen to your body. Peace.